What is going on, everyone? It's been a few days since you seen me last, and I want to come to you guys today to drop some videos here. Today is a lower body day, so I have squat day, so I'm not going to be too long today. I'm going to do half the videos that I got planned for release this week today, and the rest tomorrow, most likely. The videos that are coming, this one's about geekdom deleting videos, but now there's some Dragon Ball Daima news that I'm going to look into. I see you just dropped a new video. I'm also going to talk about the 5-0, just got back from the shop, and talk about the break-in process with the gears that's going on, and this beef between G2 and the G3 blower. We're going to talk about that. We're going to also talk about Donald Trump. I got some stuff for my members that I'm going to be discussing in some adult videos, more for the adult type conversations, as well as some other goodies, fitness as well, and the health video that I'm going to be dropping here in the Discord here as well this week. Reminder, no live stream this week. I will be out of town this weekend. We will resume live streaming next weekend. So let's dive right in because I don't want to be too long in this video. I haven't seen it yet, but I just want to ask Geekdom. And if you guys think I'm lying, the last live stream I just did this past week, I want to say Sunday. No, when I got from the pool. No. Saturday or Friday. Friday or Saturday. The very last live stream I just did. Okay. Go back and watch it. There's a video in there that I went over. I didn't watch it, but I seen the title. It's about 5 new characters to come out at the San Diego Comic-Con for Dragon Ball Daima. And in my live stream, I basically said all the new characters in Daima are new characters. They're original characters. They're going to be new. It's going to be more than 5 new characters. It's going to be a plethora of new characters. It's a whole new series. I guess that ruffled his feathers or his views wasn't high enough, but he deleted that video. He deleted the video. And if you think I am joking, let me go to my actual. Let's do it this way. Think I am joking. I don't want you guys to think that Savar is pulling your leg. Give me a second as this uploads. Internet's kind of running slow. Let me go to my. Here we go. View my channel. Get this. And by the way, shout out to the new subs that's been subbing. I do appreciate you. So, right here, live stream 4 days ago. Guys, been 4 days? Yeah. The day is Wednesday. Yeah, Saturday. Saturday before I went out. That's when we did the live stream. So, let me share this tab. Come back here. We're going to put this on here. And I'm going to come over to here. I'm able to come on live. I'm going to show you guys. Let me later on this evening. So, I decided to go on ahead. Let me find the spot. Changed at the last minute. We're going to do it like this here. Let me find the spot. Right here. News. This isn't news. So now, you see that, right? News. 5 new characters coming, right? That video right here. Well, where is that video? You guys see that? Where is that video? Here is that video right here. It's right before, after his live stream. You go back over here. If I go to every damn thing, I'm going to click on this tab here. It's gone. If it loads the fuck up, there we go. You can see it's gone, right? It's out of there. It's nowhere to be found. If I go to his lives, there goes the live right there. It was after this live and after this video. So I just want to know, Geekdom, and once again, there it is right there. What happened? What happened to that video? I don't get me to doing speculations. But anyway, this one caught my eye. I just seen it. The reason why I went on looking, because I was going to talk about why the video was gone. Get my opinion about that. But then I seen this. I'm like, you know what? fuck that. I killed two birds with one stone. So let's dive right in and see what Geekdom has to say about the new leak and some Dragon Ball Super shit. I'm cleaning because I want to hear what the Dragon Ball Super news is. I don't really care about Daima, but let's dive right into this.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live.
All right.
Another new character has been revealed in the world of...
Once again, everything Daima related. All of the antagonists and the protagonists, minus the main characters in the show that we already know in our universe, right? And in the Dragon Ball fandom as a whole. Minus that, any new protagonists from the Demon Realm or from Otherworld, right? And every antagonist in the Demon Realm and in Otherworld, right? That we haven't seen yet. It's going to be new. And if I'm a betting man, it's going to be a lot of them. 10 will be a safe bet. But I'm going to expect a little bit more than that. It's going to be new faces, new demons. It's going to be a lot. So right off the rip, that's just common sense, right? Now, I don't have sources. I'm just a guy that looks at all the news, right? And I can go on websites and look just like he does. X, look. Kind of get a consensus, right? And the only person that I do know that know people involved in this business, he's not a buddy. He's not really a source. His kid and my kid go to school together. So when I do see him from time to time, especially this upcoming school season, I might ask him, hey, what's the news in the Dragon Ball world? Well, I heard this is coming down the pipe. Now, things do change. Very rarely does Geekdom get it right. A lot of times, things change. Okay? So, take this with a grain of salt. Because just because it's been confirmed by multiple reliable sources doesn't mean that this design and this particular character is that's the final draft. It could change before Daima comes out. All right? Just keep that in mind.
Dragon Ball Daima, or at least it's been somewhat
what this guy look like.
Confirmed by other credible sources.
Now, here's my thing, and I always wonder this. How come other sources get it first, but the man that reports Dragon Ball constantly doesn't get this stuff first? Super Chronicles seem to get everything before anyone. And I always wonder why that is. And once again, a source is anything. It could be a news article like this with my sources. It can be news articles like Super Chronicle. That's my source. I can make it seem like I have inside sources, but how come this guy gets everything damn near and it gets uploaded on his X account? And then Geek was like, well, this has been verified by credible sources, but you didn't get the source. It's not under, what is your fucking X? Emperor Big D. It's under Super Chronicles. And you might want to change that logo. I mean, it's not a bird anymore. It's an X now. But anyway, he looks like a fucking. Anyone remember Xenoverse? It looked like a Toa mirror ripoff. That's what he looks like. Like a lost,
including something I said all the way back in September. If you remember, all the way back in September.
All the way back in September, I vaguely remember that. You said about a guy with a gun, a girl with a gun, or whatever. Now, I'm assuming you heard that from other sources like Super Chronicles, because you weren't the only somebody reporting that. Hell, I vaguely heard that. But that don't mean that those characters are going to be badass. I mean, Mai has a gun in the future. I mean, Mai sucks. You know, like it doesn't mean that, oh, a guy with a gun, that's, I mean, the only crunkest character in Dragon Ball history with a gun is the farmer in episode 1. The farmer with the shotgun in the truck is the crunkest gun owner in the whole Dragon Ball franchise. So if they ain't the farmer with the gun, I really don't give a fuck. But if this is indeed true, the role, a gunman who helps out Goku in his new adventures in the demon world, that is so corny. But if that's indeed true, then it better be some John Wick shit. Some straight up fucking what John Wick is some Matrix shit. It better be some Neo with a gun, John Wick shit. All right. None of this. It better be some hand-on comeback, shoot 'em up fucking cowboy shit. Just being blunt with you. So
remember, I said that Goku
okay,
and the Supreme
you
Kai,
can suck that off.
basically, it's supposed to.
Okay, so a brief description of the other demon helper in Goku team. Okay, so man, from Blue Dragon, Margarita. Oh yeah, the angel. And what's it? Bakit from Blue. I never seen Blue Dragon. So it's a hybrid. So they're taking these two designs and making a hybrid. Okay, whatever. Not crocodile. Let's see, can we find the news? Because I know Keaton's gonna suck this shit off.
There. And if you're
God, look at me. Look like he's taking the shit. I mean, he has a little pistol on the side. I swear to God, man, this dude better be some Dante from Devil May Cry shit. Like, he better be legit. Like Coyote Stark legit. With a gun. I mean, like some John Wick shit. Fuck, who's another bad motherfucker? Expendables, fucking Jason Statham. With the knives and shit. How about the transporter? 1, 2, 3 sucked. He better be like good with the gun. I'm sorry. I'm not hyped about this gun shit.
remember, I mentioned this in a video I did a few weeks ago.
I also mentioned like last year in October about the upcoming supposed to be antagonist is going to be a margin. You know, talking about Super. But we're not going to discuss that. I hope it's for Super. I hope it's not for Daima. I hope it's for Super.
So it is assumed.
Okay. What's
it is assumed that Goku and the others, when they get cursed by becoming kids again, get caught up in a plot that has nothing to do with them.
But why are they kids again? How did they get put? You know what? That's just somebody purposely done that. Maybe the overall intentions was to turn them kids to depower them while the demons in the demon realm fight for supremacy in order to be able to take over Earth and Otherworld. That makes logical sense. That makes the most logical sense. Why else would you turn them kids? It seems to me one of the demons, and if it's anything got to do with Deborah, I'm assuming Deborah's offspring, want revenge. They're having a family feud right now going on in the demon realm, right? Just like all royalty does. And then, like the Red Ribbon Army that went out to Gohan because of Dr. Gero, a session with Goku, even though Gohan killed Cell, Dr. Gero, great creation. Dr. Gero's grandson wanted Gohan for revenge. So this seemed like something like that. And Majin Buu technically killed Deborah, but Gohan kind of had his hands on Deborah too, even though I think Gohan could have whooped him. I think Gohan just held back. But that's besides the point. Point is, you depower the strongest fighters in the universe 7, right? That's Goku now. You depower them. Now whoever is going to be appointed the Demon King in the demon realm or whatever the fuck going on down there, now their onslaught for hostile takeover of all the worlds is easy. The only somebody got to worry about is Beerus. And we have no idea how strong the demons are. But we don't, like I say, we don't know if Beerus got turned to a kid. We don't know all this just yet. Supreme Kai got turned to a kid. I can only assume Beerus, by default, got turned to a kid as well. So we can only assume that is what's going to happen. And if that indeed is the case, now it makes sense why they was turning to kids. It'd be an easier takeover. But to me, it still suck. But what you're saying makes no sense. They got turned to kids and indirectly, and they don't have anything to do with it in a sense. Yes, I think they do. I think them being turned to kids was a direct retaliation of what's going on in the demon realm. That's just me. No sources. That's just me.
And it has to do with that whole overthrowing the Demon King story, because there's different groups in the demon realm, different alliances.
Okay.
So the update is that in a few days, in about 4 or 5 days, there's a convention in Japan called Jump Victory Carnival. And
yes, that's a yearly thing around this time of the year. Jump Victory.
That is where you are going to see, well, I don't know if...
Oh. Speculation. That is where I don't know.
You're going to see this, but there's going to be something Dragon Ball related there, because Victory Uchida, who's the editor of Dragon Ball Heroes and the boss of Toyotaro, the editor of Dragon Ball Super's manga, will be there to make a presentation. So we may...
But you have no idea about what the presentation is going to be about. That's just pure speculation. How do you know he might not come there to talk about the future plans of Daima and only Daima? Now, that's a pretty safe assumption, though. In hindsight's 2020, it's a pretty safe assumption that guy that's Toritoro boss that has his hands directly involved in Super is coming to say something Dragon Ball related. All right. And hindsight, Super seems pretty high on the totem pole. But he could be coming to talk about just Daima or just Sparkling Zero. No one knows. That's just your assumption. Pretty safe one. But you should have said, I'm going to assume this. Not, I'm pretty sure this is going to happen. You know where that got you at? Oh, Super be back in 2019. Super be back in 2018. You see where that got you before, right? Pump your brakes. Because we don't know. Nobody knows.
May hopefully on that day get an update about when the Super manga will continue. It's been on break since the passing of Akira Toriyama, and maybe we'll get an update. And also, what I'm actually more interested in is not so much the release date for Super, even though that is very interesting, and the return of Super, the manga, but more so, I'm more interested in who and what is taking, meaning who's coming up with the story.
Okay. I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that Toritoro is going to continue the story. Right? I'm going to assume that Toriyama most likely had most of Super probably already done, which is why he started on Daima. I'm going to assume that. Okay? So I'm going to assume that Toritoro is going to follow a distinct formula, right? Something that, in essence, let us know it was Toriyama's work. All right. I'm assuming all this. Now, how many arcs and chapters and all that shit? No idea. But a safe assumption would be no more than 3 more arcs. 3 is really pushing. I wouldn't be surprised if it be just 2 more. To say the next arc will be the final one would mean that the next arc is going to be the longest arc that they're going to ever probably do in Dragon Ball history. Because you gotta cram in fucking Frieza, what leads to Frieza, what's going on with Beast Gohan, his training, Broly's training. You gotta explain the big time gap. What about Oob? Like, there's so much. So I'm assuming that Toriyama already had all of Super wrote, if not the majority, before he started working on Daima. And if I'm a betting man, I think 3 more arcs is the max. 2 would probably be the safe zone, but if they're only going to do 1 and there will be the next and final arc, it's going to have to be pretty lengthy. Kind of like how Bleach did the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. It was the longest fucking arc. If you could buy all of Aizen, you know about Bleach, but if you take all of Aizen from pretty much when Ichigo learned Bankai when they went to go free Rukia, right? Like third season. You take that season, you take the Espada and the Runkar's arcs minus the filler arcs all the way up to when Eisen invaded Earth. And then that's like the longest arc for one antagonist character in Bleach. Eisen is like Frieza in Dragon Ball Z. If you look at Frieza and all the Namek and the Frieza arc combined and all that, it's just like that. But with everything that's been going on with Super, we don't know where OG73 is. We have no idea what's going to go on with Brawly. We have no idea about Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo, with Oob, what's going to happen with Black Frieza, the potential of a possible margin being resurrection. Like, there's so much. It talks about the other universes, what's going on with Universe 6, right? Jiren, I'm pretty sure that there's a lot. Black Frieza just doesn't have a big impact on Universe 7. He has an impact on all universes. I mean, look how strong he was. So I think that's going to be something that's reserved for 3 more arcs. I hoping they'll go 3 arcs out and then give us that. But if they have to cram it into 1 arc, and it will be the next arc, be the final arc, I would expect that bitch to take about 3 years to get done. As far as movies, I remember Super was prone to have, 2 or 3 more movies. So hopefully they get done with those. But if not, and the next arc is meant to be the final arc, and they make 1 more movie, and that's meant to be the final movie, I'm fine with that. I think that's, you don't want to drag it on for too long. Toriyama's dead. And I hope like hell Daima don't go on too long. I hope it like be no more than 2 seasons long and then end it. So that's just my assumption.
Is it Toyotaro on his own? Is it him working with Akio? Or are they going to bring in another writer? Like, these are all questions that make sense to me. Or are they just going to wrap up Black Frieza and then just...
I don't think they would bring in somebody else. Like I said, I think Toyotaro know what Toriyama would have wanted. That's just me.
And the manga. These are all questions that people have been wondering since the passing of Toriyama. Japan's been very silent with the exception of the, the obvious... they're mourning the passing of Toriyama.
If they're still mourning Toriyama 4 months later, yeah, I'm not gonna say that.
Hasn't been any news on what's going to happen with Super the manga yet, except that it's on break indefinitely. And I know that the manga is not ending because I was directly told that Shueisha has not told any of the distributors that it's ending. If that was the case,
that's common sense. They would have already announced that, Geeth, and that goes without saying. That's common sense. It would have made news after Toriyama died and they released the final chapter. They would have said then that this will be the final arc for Super. I respect for Akira Toriyama. And we'll focus all our efforts into his final piece of work, which would be Dragon Ball Daima. And who's to say that might not be what's about to be announced at this upcoming Jump Festival, this V Jump Festival. Because that could be announced by the head honcho that's coming. Like I said, we don't know. There could be a plethora of things. But it will be an announcement. That goes without saying. So we can only assume that it's going to be some more chapters coming, another arc or 2. However, what you just said, that could be the announcement as well. That, we all decided that we're going to leave Super. We're going to end it with Superhero. And we're going to focus all of our work into Toriyama's final piece of work. And ride out. A lot of us be pissed off about that, but hey, they have that right.
I would have already made a video saying it's confirmed that it's ending. Right now, we do not know. Also, at Victory Carnival, that might be where we get the next Dragon Ball Daima trailer. San Diego Comic-Con will not be having a Dragon Ball Daima panel. There will be an exhibition there.
Oh, so that's why you erased that video. I thought all the big news was going to come out. Oh shit.
With a bunch of stuff, prizes, but there's no actual sit-down panel, which once again shows how terrible the promotion is. From
You did all of that shit and then found all that out, trying to pull triggers on shit. Because you know the one that be dropping videos like this. So see, now you see, but I'm not gonna say nothing. Japan is gonna tell you everything you need to know. And don't nobody really want Daima. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Toei and Shueisha, because they announced that there would be a special event at San Diego Comic-Con, and everybody thought it was a panel, including me.
You made an assumption. You assume, my guy. That's what happened when you assume shit. You shouldn't assume. You could have gave an opinion. Oh, it's confirmed. This is gonna happen. Then you find out, well, shit, they just gonna have prizes. You do it to yourself all the time. You get your jollies wound up, and then you have the rug pulled underneath you. It's like you're expecting to get some pussy from your girlfriend. She come home and start her period that day. And your dick went from this to this. You've been thinking about it all motherfucking day. You just knew you were gonna get some ass. Girl come home, tell you, I started my period this morning at work. Your dick go from this to this. That's
in fact, I even think they used the word panel. I did the video. I think they even used the word panel. So either that was changed or it was mistranslated on the Dragon Ball official website.
That's why you just wait for the official place to give the actual stuff, info out. That's why I wouldn't see what it said. It's a concept art by Trunk Spiel based on the description I provided. Right? See this? This doesn't mean that this is going to look like this. It could be something totally fucking different. That whole design could be totally different. That's why you take this shit with a grain of salt.
Either way, I'm not expecting anything at San Diego. I'm really not. I mean, who knows? There's going to be a lot of stuff going on there. I'm not expecting anything because there's no panel. But Victory Carnival will have a panel, and that's a Japanese convention. So that'll be the next day we get an update. Anyways, man.
All right, whatever. Well, that explains why you took down that video. That explains a lot. I'm glad I waited to make a video. That explains a lot. Anyway, seemed like a lot of he say, she say, speculation, and nobody really knows what's going to happen. But I'm looking forward to what's to come in the super department. Not so much in the Daima department. Because, like I said, I haven't seen anything to excite me just yet. So anyway, with that being said, guys, I got another video to make, and then I got to get my training started. Hope you guys have a good day. Until next video, this is Savar Matner, and I am out, everyone.